Now, heavy rains have again wreaked havoc across the Eastern Cape. Many families have been displaced and are desperate for help. Civil organisation Gift of the Givers has been on the ground offering assistance to flood victims. And the situation has highlighted once again the need for the province to improve its infrastructure. Ali Sablay from Gift of the Givers joins us now this morning to give us an update on how those efforts are going in the province. Ali, thank you so much for your time and good morning to you. I think perhaps let's start here. Upon, seeing what was happening in the Eastern Cape and you arriving, how dire was the situation? I mean, what exactly were you dealing with upon doing your research?
Thank you, Tomato. When our teams, the moment the rain started coming down, we were inundated with calls from community members of Quebeca pleading for our assistance. The councillors called us. We were then in contact with the disaster risk management teams, who informed us if we could please make our way to Quebeca. As they can see, there's going to be a devastating flood. Speaking to the weatherman yesterday, this was the most rain Quebeca had since 2012. And when our teams got onto the ground, when they came to community halls, we found elderly gogos, we found mothers with young babies coming to the walls with only with draped with wet clothing, and that's the only thing they came with to the wall. All their belongings has been completely washed out. Yesterday was a very emotional scene yesterday in Motherwell when one mother came to our team members and she burst out crying. She said with the savings money from December, for the first time she could buy her two children in grade 6 and in grade 4 new school clothing, new pair of school shoes, and sadly those clothing has been washed away as well. So it's besides the physical damage they are experiencing, you can just imagine the trauma that will be following as the days go by. Many people came to the wall hungry, and our teams worked on the first night till 1 a.m. in the morning, ensuring that everyone receives a hot meal and a blanket. Yesterday, our teams reached out to many more areas as the numbers were increasing by the hour. And by yesterday, our teams just fed close to 1,500 people.
And as it stands, I mean, Ali, how would you gauge the situation? Are those who are displaced still in these holes, housed in these holes? Are they going back? Have the rain subsided? How's the situation right now?
The rain has subsided. These people are accommodated in halls in Motherwell, Boyson's Parks, Kariga, KwaZulu. We cannot send them back because these are elderly people, and there's mom with young children as well. And there is a huge amount of people who refuse to leave their homes. They are scared when they come back. Those items that they could have saved will be stolen. So they will be there for the next few days. And they are predicting more rains coming to Quebeca, God forbid. We are just hoping, all credit due to the Nelson Mandela Bay Disaster Risk Management team and the municipality, who are working in ensuring they can open up some of the drains. There's some blockage of drains in these informal settlements. They're trying to open up them so that the water can flow smoothly and to prevent another disaster on top of a disaster.
Yeah. When it comes to medical supplies, I mean, you mentioned some of the elderly, and I can imagine those are some of our vulnerable, elderly citizens, sometimes ailing. Yesterday, Ronald Masinda, my colleague, was speaking to an elderly, father who was even brought to tears, Ali. I can imagine due to the trauma, but also he was in ill health. Anyone that's needed, or people, rather, that are needing medical attention, according to your knowledge as well?
Most definitely. There's a lot of chronic patients in the community that were affected. Their tablets and medication got washed away. I know the Department of Health is on the ground getting these people registered and at the wall bringing them medication. SASA is on the ground as well in terms for the young moms. All the items got washed away in terms of nappies and baby formula and even the children medication. So they are also on the ground there as well. But in the meantime, Gift of the Givers trucks from KZN will be arriving in Quebeca today with mattresses, blankets, toiletries, which was a big need, nappies. Some mothers did not have the necessary nappies and baby formulas when they came to the wall. And so we will be extending our aid for the next few days. Hot meals is very important. And we're just having a meeting. Our coordinator is on her way to Quebeca as well. We will be having a meeting with the schools of where the children were, where the flood victims' children were affected, and ensuring that we can provide them as soon as possible the textbooks. As we know, you correctly said, June exams is coming up now. There's matriculants involved as well. So we just want to ensure there's no disruption in their school calendar year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can imagine, just as you're speaking about those young parents, important documentation, assumingly such as your ID, birth certificates, might be lost as well. So, of course, the help of the government needed at this stage. Before I let you go, Ali, any help whatsoever the public can contribute? Because what we know South Africa for being is having Ubuntu, that we help one another when we're in crisis. So anything South Africans can reach out to you to assist with?
Tumela, it's true to say the spirit of Ubuntu always flows when a disaster hits this country. The minute the floods occurred, we received calls from corporates and all the South Africans wanting to contribute. The need is huge. There's a major need at the moment for mattresses, blankets, and toiletries. You are most welcome to call our toll-free number 0800 786 911, and our agent will inform you as to what you can contribute towards this disaster.
Thank you so much, Ali. That number, please repeat it for us again so that we can just make sure that we repeat it as well on air for anyone who wants to help. It's 081?
0800?
0800, sure.
786 911.
All right, 0800 786 911. Ali Sablay, thank you so much for joining us from Gift of the Givers, giving us that quick update as to what's currently happening out in the Eastern Cape, the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, Gqeberha, Motherwell, just to name a few, saying that, of course, they're doing all they can as Gift of the Givers to assist in times like this, but also appreciating the help granted so far by all South Africans, including corporate, but also saying there's still more that we can do to assist.